operate this particular device. So it gives you a freedom to set any sort of a theme that you want to create around the hotel. And at the same time, if there was a need for functional lighting, you could simply toggle it and use it like a functional lamp. So it comes with a rechargeable battery, and you can even use that battery to charge your smartphone if you need it. Bulbs are fairly standard. We don't manufacture the bulbs. What we do is we've selected a bulb with an open API, which we could integrate with our software, so that we end up providing a holistic lighting solution to the hotel.
That you say because of the lamp change itself and
light technology.
That is the standard thing.
That's the standard.
Correct. If you go beyond that to get more energy saving, what are you thinking?
One direction that I am looking at is the NIL techniques. Basically, that allows you to do load monitoring and energy desegregation without additional hardware. So I've reached out to a couple of researchers in that field, and then the other part that we are looking at is just conserving is not important. Like, you are able to make a system efficient, but we have to go beyond just saving, but to localize generation. So if we can look at integration of even the localized, let's say a solar microgrid for example, and then there is a comparison between what I am generating versus what I am consuming, I'll be able to reach my goal of a net positive energy space.
What we are ready with is AIS. AIS is a product related with banking. What we do is something difficult to believe. In fact, our tagline was, finish your end of day processing within 1 second. That too on normal laptop. That is for banks. I mean, the banks who are having an array of servers, something like 80, 90 servers, different things. We are saying you don't need so many servers. Maybe one server is sufficient. You arrange your design and some processing, that's it. You don't need support staff sitting for 5 years, 8 hours and all those things. That is our product. What we are doing, we are finishing it within 1 second. Let other system to take over and start immediately. What SAP HANA did 3 years back.
And Mopure is our first product. The issue, customer pain point that we're trying to solve is pretty well known, but has not been solved to this level. One, in schools, hospitals, households, and even offices, hundreds of people touch the same manual tap for drinking water, right? You press that plastic tap and water comes up. And that carries, there's a lot of research by WHO, so I need not the links also, that carries infection that can cause cholera, diarrhea, pneumonia, pimples, abdominal pain, fever, etc. So it's a well-known fact. And having known this fact, well, toilets in many buildings and in malls, etc. already are using touchless water dispensing for hand washing. Now the same technology cannot be used for drinking water directly. Also, GE and Whirlpool have a patent for their high-end fridges, refrigerators. So what we have done is basically we have created a kind of a retrofittable touchless drinking water tap, especially for drinking water purifiers.
And so we have, it's actually a chat-based solution. We have private chat, group chat features, and they work with internet and without internet. So without internet is something which is innovative part of this platform, and for which we have applied patent for. And in group chat, we have again multiple options, and the core part is the privacy control. So in most of the chat features, I think that is something which is missing in the recent apps. So we are very focused about the privacy control and enhancing the connectivity and the user experience part in the internetless chat. So yeah, so I'm not only founder, so I have 13 years of experience with masters in MBA and MS. And this team is outsourced. I started working with a team of freelancers, and now I've outsourced the development to a company. I'm working very closely with them, so most of them are freshers, and so I'm providing the technical support of it. So we have B2C offering as well as B2B offering. In B2C, we have mobile apps in iOS and Android. And the use cases are many. So this company currently, we are just a platform. The main core is platform, and the applications can be many. So one application which we started with, which is fairly doing okay. So that is an app in Android and iOS. We currently have around 11,000 users. So in, I think around 5 to 6 months. So where we help co-passengers to interact with each other. Like people are traveling from say Bangalore to Delhi in a train. so they can engage with each other. They want to share a cab, as during the journey they want to look for a doctor, or they want to exchange seat, or look for a book or medicine. So especially the long distance journey, you need someone, and you cannot just keep asking and taking in person. So it's a platform where you can kind of make friends and seek help when required.
The housewife or anybody who accompanies her spends enormous amount of time in not only picking and assembling, also in standing in the queue. So even once a month you spend time, you are spending about close to 4 to 5 hours time and plus 1 hour time in the queue. So what we desire to do is if we can solve the problem without any major escalation in the technology. There are queue solving problems done anywhere in many parts of the world, but there is a humongous input into of technology gadgets.
Set of products that handle and solve the physical needs of the people who want to meditate, okay? And then create a set of virtual and digital products that will solve the intellectual needs of people who meditate, and then use technology to bridge the gap, integrate it, and create a very synergetic global ecosystem so that it can be scaled up. So that was the goal. So how did we do this? With regard to the digital, with regard to the physical product, we started with something very, very basic. What is the very simple basic requirement that we always encountered when we met people? Because all of them were saying that I can't sit in the same place and meditate, and I need it to be very portable so that I can take it along with me. So we used this and created a chair that is portable, very ergonomic. It ensures that the position for meditation is completely maintained, and we made it at a very affordable price. That, and then the virtual, with regard to the virtual thing, we are ready with the MVP requirements. We have in principle agreement with two very large international meditation institutions to help them transition their knowledge to a virtual space, and also an in principle agreement with SVASA so that we can use technology in the virtual space and resolve any medical issues and use their patented proprietary techniques to do it with an alternate lifestyle.
My company's name is Joseph, and I've captioned New Era. You'll understand why it is at the end. So basically, gentlemen, many of you would have done PhDs or would have been thinking of doing PhD. Actually, there's one thing very fascinating about this field. Whenever we want to scale a country's thing, or whenever we are in the worst times of humanity, the most investment goes on research sector. But it is very fascinating to see that there's actually no system in our country for the research. For example, if I want to do a PhD, what do? Right now, I'll see a guide in my sector, and maybe I just move on to him. That's it, nothing more than that. And being frank, when you talk about the exams, you have some exams like NET, CSIR, and all stuff, but that is extremely for the creamy stuff, for IICs and those kind of guys. But the remaining, they're like, I don't know what to say here. So we are here trying to implement a system, evolve a system for this sector. And how do we do it?